All right, so this is Kenny Santos out of Toronto, Canada for KennySantos.com. Do you want to know yet another way to help you overcome procrastination? Because as you know, if we stop procrastinating, we're just going to get a lot more done. All those goals that we want to attempt or accomplish, we're going to get them done because we can get them done. However, most of us, we just procrastinate. We don't want to do the work. We'd rather do something fun. We'd rather waste time, maybe surf on Facebook, get lost on YouTube, binge on Netflix. And there's so much value that we can put into the world and so much change that we can create in our lives if we stop procrastinating. And there's a law. It's called Parkinson's Law. I actually learned this whole technique about overcoming procrastination on Entrepreneur on Fire, which is a podcast by John Lee Dumas. And I looked up, he was talking about Parkinson's Law. And basically what it means is this, is that Parkinson's Law is the adage that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. And it really made me think because, you know what, back in, when I was studying in school and whatnot, I was one of those kids that would try and get the test done among the first. I was a little bit of a brainiac, studied hard, and I just wanted to get the test done. But there were other people that got high grades just like I did, and even if they got done early, they would stay in that test until it was over, until the last time. They would double check and triple check all of their answers. They just want to make sure they got everything right. And you might be experiencing something like that when you decide to get something done. If you decide, I'm going to write, I'm going to write a blog post this week, and it's Monday, and you say, you set the goal at the beginning of the week, I'm going to write it by the end of the week, which would be, let's say, Friday, and you just let time go by. Monday, Tuesday, you might, still be doing some Netflix binging or getting lost on YouTube. And then Friday, you're like, oh my goodness, didn't do my weekly goal yet, want to write this blog post. So you start writing, and then you finally get it done on Friday, and you get it done in like maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, on that Friday, when you could have done like 5 blog posts throughout the whole entire week. And so, it doesn't take all week to write a blog post or whatever your goal is. It only takes a certain amount of time. And if you're focused on that effort, it can happen in a very short period of time. And so, again, from John Lee Dumas with Entrepreneur on Fire, the podcast, he's been promoting this journal lately called the Mastery Journal, and it's an awesome journal. And he also has another journal called the Freedom Journal, and they both use what's called the Pomodoro technique. And basically, how it works is that you set up time intervals. I keep going up and grabbing this. I'm just going to read, because I looked it up on Wikipedia how Pomodoro actually works. So let me just look that up here. It's on my phone. Here it is. Pomodoro technique is a time management method developed by Francesco Cirillo in the 1980s, so about 30 years ago. And the technique uses a timer to break down work into intervals. This is traditionally 25 minutes in length, separated by short breaks. Now, Pomodoro, I think it's a tomato, but it's named after a kitchen timer called Pomodoro. And essentially, if you want to get something done, let's say you want to get something done today, all right? However, you know yourself, and you know that if you sit down in front of a laptop or a computer, you're going to get lost on YouTube, you're going to get lost on Facebook, you're going to get, maybe watching some Netflix. You say you want to get something done in the next hour or so, give yourself focused attention for a fixed amount of time. It could be 20 minutes, could be 25 minutes, could be 40 minutes, whatever that case is, and then set yourself up with some break afterwards. And if you do some intense focused effort on something, you'll be surprised how much time you can do it in how short of a time you can relatively do it in. And then you reward yourself with that focused effort, whether you're finished or not with that task, with a break. And that break, shorter break, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is. If you're working for 40 minutes, take a 20-minute break, and that's the hour that you have. I actually remember this. It actually comes to mind. A friend of mine, his name is Dustin Christensen. He is a real estate investor down in Salt Lake City. And I remember, he was always doing real estate deals. And I And I asked him, well, what's your secret? And he kind of jokingly said, well, my secret is I play 10 minutes of World of Warcraft every hour. And so I don't know if he realized he was using the Pomodoro technique or not, but he would work for 50 minutes. And then for 10 minutes of the hour, he would get to play World of Warcraft. That was his reward. And so what I invite you to do is you try that Pomodoro technique as well. If you need some help with that, either pick up the Mastery Journal or the Freedom Journal by John Lee Dumas. I'll put a link in the description of this video, and I trust you got some great value out of this. What I invite you to do is this, is to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Also, if you want to see more videos just like this, go to my blog. It's kennysantos.com. You can put your name and email in. You're going to get an awesome audio in growing your business. And remember this, every day, multiple times a day, the universe sends us miracles, and we only got to do one thing about it. We just got to recognize those miracles and accept them. All right, take care and create a great day.